Hey everybody, and welcome to the most fun part of our free AI crash course, the John Henry Challenge. We're gonna get right into it, but I'm sure you're already aware of who John Henry is, but just in case you're not, it might have been a long time since you learned about him in elementary school like I did. Let me take you through a little bit of a crash course on the John Henry story, explain why we've been inspired to turn it into this challenge, and then bring it all together by showing you what happened in a real demonstration of a John Henry-esque story made in modern times. So, the American tall tale of John Henry goes pretty much as follows. John Henry was the strongest man in the world, and he worked clearing ways through mountains in order to lay down railroads. One day, a traveling salesman comes through with a steam-powered drill machine, saying that he can use his machine to clear out a path through a mountain faster than any team of men, let alone any man. And John Henry accepts the challenge to go head-to-head with the machine. At the end of it, the machine malfunctions halfway into the race. John Henry emerges victorious, and his heart gives out from the added pressure and the added stress of the challenge, and he falls dead, having been victorious over the machine. Sounds like a great story about human ingenuity coming out on top, right? No, that's the opposite of what we should be getting from that story. That's, I'm sure, what you heard about that story, just like it's what I heard back in elementary school, but think about it. They probably just fixed that machine and kept going, and John Henry died. It was so difficult that he passed away after that competition. The story isn't one of humans beating machines, because on the longer timeline, the machine was the one that continued to move. And what we at CPM have said is, what if it wasn't a competition? What if it didn't have to be John Henry passing away just for a momentary victory that, taken to its extreme, wasn't even a victory? What if John Henry had worked with the machine? So that is our question to you as we go into the John Henry Challenge. So we're gonna do a little bit of maybe the folly of the story, where we're gonna take on the machines head to head, and then there's gonna be a twist in the end to show you that if we don't look at it as a competition and we actually work with the machines, we can get a lot more done that way. So without further ado, please enjoy the John Henry Challenge.
I can't create this fast.
I wrote as much as I could. I don't know if you heard, I was clacking as fast as I could.
What do you think went wrong there?
Like, this is incredible. What's the secret, man?
Welcome everyone to the John Henry AI Challenge presented by Creative Pathways and Means. I'm your host, Connor England, and today the game is man versus machine. You will meet people and professionals who are skilled in their craft as they step up and show up against people that are using modern tools such as artificial intelligence, specifically ChatGPT, to see who can get the most done in various fields. We're really excited for you today. It's going to be quite the show up. So without further ado, let's introduce our contestants. On the left, we've got contestant number 1. Sir, if you would share with the audience your name, a bit about your experience, and anything else that you'd like to share.
Absolutely. My name is S.J. Hazim. I'm a co-founder of Creative Pathways and Means. I'm also an early adopter of ChatGPT and a pretty proficient user of it.
And sir, who do we have over here on the right, if you'd share a little bit with the audience as well?
Hey everybody, my name is Mark. I have 6 years of sales experience, primarily in the political field, but also in commercial printing and promotional products. Looking forward to taking on SJ.
All right, so we've got the bona fide young sales professional with plenty of experience and the skilled ChatGPT user. Man versus machine, who will win out? Gentlemen, your prompt for today is this. You're in sales at an artificial intelligence tech startup, and you're writing an email to a potential client who is interested in your platform, but who is yet to purchase. ChatGPT up. Are you ready? We've got 2 minutes on the clock, starting now. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hands off laptops. All right. Why don't we go ahead and have the professionals take their first look? If you'll swap your laptops and give it an honest and fair review. So, let's go ahead and turn over to Mark. You looked really focused for most of that. Meanwhile, SJ over here didn't break a sweat. What are your first impressions?
Dang it, I needed more time. You got a product and a discount and a personal tag at the beginning. And I only got one of those. I wish I could write this fast. SJ had the personal hook there at the beginning, discussed benefits, built some rapport on the offer of value, built some rapport on the company as a whole and their capabilities, and then the hook at the end, which I did not include, is the promotional discount, basically incentive there at the end to encourage folks who are yet to commit fully. Have you written sales emails before?
No, I haven't.
How'd you know how to prompt GGP? Like, this is incredible. What's the secret, man?
A magician never shares his secrets. There'll be time for that. I will share it with you, but just not right this second.
That's cool.
All right, so something's going on here. I want to ask you, Mark, who do you think won that challenge?
I don't like admitting it, but I can't create this fast. It's just, I can't scale my capabilities this quickly. This is incredible.
All right, great job, guys. Man versus machine. That's 1 for the machine, 0 for the skilled experts. Mark, you did your best. I'm going to need you to head out because we've got our next contestant. And welcome, sir. We've got our next contestant facing off against the venerable SJ, who at this point with his skills needs no introduction. Sir, if you would introduce yourself to the audience, let them know your name, a little bit about your background, anything else you'd like to share, and we'll get right into it.
Yep, sure thing. My name is Ryan. For 3 years, I worked for my state's Commerce Department agency, and I wrote press releases, talking points, and presentations for the Secretary, the Lieutenant Governor, and on occasion, the Governor. In the year 2021, I personally wrote 62 press releases that were sent from the Governor's office, which I think is more than any other agency in the state.
All right, so this man's got some reps and has definitely swam in some very high circles. You surely are going to be someone that'll be hard to match with ChatGPT or any other tools. So, we're even going to play into your strengths here. Today's prompt. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here is your challenge. Governor Jameson is attending a ribbon cutting for the John Henry Memorial Rail Company's new headquarters and distribution center in Topeka, Kansas. The facility will add over 2,000 jobs to the area. You have 2 minutes to write a press release about the upcoming event. Everyone clear as to the instructions? ChatGPT up time?
Up.
In 3, 2, 1, 2 minutes on the clock. Three, 2, 1, hands off. Ryan?
I'm noticing in about the second or third paragraph where he ended up, that's as far as I got. It's, the autopilot from doing this for a few years took over, and I kind of thought that would carry me through to the end, but at some point you just start balancing people and you just can't write that much that fast. I have a hard time believing how much was put together here.
So Ryan, you sound like a very experienced and confident person. What do you think went wrong there?
Well, what went wrong? I'm only human is what went wrong. I wrote as much as I could. I don't know if you heard, I was clacking as fast as I could. That was genuinely as fast as I could get it. I probably got a third of the way as far as I wanted to. Just looking at what he's produced here, it's everything that I was trying to put together. It's conversational, it's affable, it politically is good. No political background, nothing like that.
No.
Okay, well, this would be hard to compete against.
Ryan, man versus machine, who won round 2?
I sure didn't. Definitely not me. And I'll take this one on the chin and try to be a man about it. But I came in a pretty distant second for this round.
Well, I appreciate the humility. It's a good round. Sir, let's go ahead and make room for the next contestant, who is going to spice things up. In this round, we're actually going to pit not man versus machine, but man with machine versus man with machine. In this case, there's going to be the same level of skill and talent and intention and experience that was necessary for government work, for sales, but this time we've got a professional in the field of law who is also armed with the tool of ChatGPT. All right, welcome, sir. We've got our final contestant, gentleman to the end. How about it? Sir, if you would introduce yourself to the audience, give them your name, a little bit of information about your background, maybe some skill sets. What would you like to share with the audience?
My name is Thomas Seibinger. I'm an attorney in business law and class action lawsuits, and I am excited to be here to challenge SJ because I too know ChatGPT.
Gentlemen, are you ready for your challenge?
I'm so ready.
SJ's neighbor, Ned, drove through SJ's yard, destroying his prize-winning tulips and knocking over his mailbox. Ned keeps ignoring SJ's attempts to get his property replaced and feels that he has been wronged and wants to seek remediation. Write a demand letter to Ned for $1,000, telling him that if he doesn't pay in 10 days, you will take him to court. ChatGPT uptime?
Yes.
You both ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
2 minutes on the clock, starting now.
How you doing over there, SJ?
I'm done.
You done? I'm feeling pretty done too.
For the first time, this challenge has ended early. I'd like to hear from you, SJ. Was there anything that you saw that potentially you would have liked to have seen in your response?
Well, his is so much more detailed. I just pretty much said a demand letter for messing up $1,000 worth of my property and everything. So there weren't a lot of different specific details of stuff, So I can tell this man's an attorney from what he has in here.
Thomas, you seem poised and collected.
Sure.
What do you note from looking at SJ's?
I think it's given him a really good outline for what should be in the letter. So having taken this, I feel confident that he'd be able to take this, drop in a Word document, or use ChatGPT to make some small changes that would still do what it needed to do, which was to convince his neighbor better pony up for those tulips.
It would seem for the first time in our challenge, man with machine ended up besting machine on its own. And I think there's potentially a lesson to learn from that. We're seeing these major shifts that are happening in technology and its ability to create incredible things, even from a place of general understanding, is unlike anything that we've ever seen. But what happens when people have their expertise and their perspective and they make the choice, rather than the old John Henry did, to chart a new story and to work with it instead? So congratulations, Thomas, on a job well done.
Thank you.
And if you are interested in participating in your own John Henry Challenge, connect with CPM to figure out how you can do so in our community, as well as how you can set up some in yours. Until next time, thank you again. My name's Connor England with Creative Pathways and Means. This has been the John Henry AI Challenge, and we'll see you next time.